Hi folks, I hope you're well. It's Nick back again on the ZX Spectrum with a 48K, looking at a game called 750cc Grand Prix, published by Codemasters in 1991. Now it's a motorcycling game where you're against 7 riders over 6 tracks. I think they're all in the UK: Leiden, Mallory Park, Thruxton, Silverstone, Brands Hatch and Caldwell Park. And you must finish in the top 3 each time to qualify for the next race. Now you can do pit stops to refuel, get your tyres and so forth, so we'll see how this one plays. Now I don't think there's any sound in this. That for a racing game, that's a bit iffy. So away we go. You'll notice straight away, although the graphics are quite tiny, I'll try and zoom it in a bit when I upload this thing, but the whoa, it does lean a bit when you go from left to right, and it does move quite fast as well. Perhaps that's why they couldn't have any sound. So do your own sound effects. Or maybe a little bit better than that. So let's just try and stay on the track. Find it a bit hard to do the road holding. I'm doing this on the joystick. It's forward to accelerate, down to decelerate, but to ease off the accelerator, and fire is the proper brake. So maybe I need to ease that a bit more, and I'm sliding all over the place. It gets very, very jagged as it leans from side to side. You see my position is 4th, and now 5th in the top left. Now 4th, we must finish in the top 3 to get to the end. Now if I don't qualify, I will go again, and I'll put a poke on it just to see. Pit lane. Oh, do we need to pit? We need to... No, let's go past. Oh dear, that could be a mistake. Now you pit by just pulling off to the side of the road and stopping. I think it's going to pit, is it? No, see, I've done it too late now. I've missed the pits. That was a waste of time, so it's cost me a whole lot of time. The only other racing game, motor racing game I know that leans like this, which does it a whole lot better, what it should do, is Just to Go, which is a homebrew, so check out a review of that. Other motorbike racers are TT Racer, I suppose, Cycles, Super Hang-On, which is brilliant, and Enduro Racer, which you covered quite recently as a revisited. Right, let's try and keep on the track. So it's not using a great deal of the screen, but the main thing of this is the speed. If you can get some sound out of this, because I am emulating this, if you can get some sound out of this that I'm missing, let me know, because that's going to add massively to it. But, you know, I've tried it on 48K and 128K, and it's just not making any sounds whatsoever. Right, should we pit this time? Yes. Stop. Pit. Oh, there we go. So we've got gas and tyres and exit. What do we do? Up and fire, down and fire. Look, it's wobbling a bit here. I'm getting motion sickness. Has that done it? Right, let's just... Alright, that's both of them. Let's get out of here. Zoom. Can't see your damage, but you can see how much time you've got in the top right. Don't know what that time next to it is. Maybe that was a split time. We're on lap 2, so I think we have to do about 3 or so laps. I'm in position 8, so at the moment it doesn't look like I'm going to qualify. As a kid, when I played this, yeah, I think I would have done, just because of the speed of the thing. I would have done my own engine sounds all the way around. I wouldn't have minded doing that as a kid. But as an adult, I can't be doing that sort of thing. You saw what my voice was like trying to make engine sounds, and it wasn't great. But coded excellently, I would say. Compiled really well. I presume they use a compiler. This is 1991. Bear in mind, so a lot of people might not have heard of this. Most people had moved away from the Spectrum then. Retro wasn't a thing, because retro was the modern day stuff, and you just wanted to go to 16-bit. Right, I finished 7th. I don't think I'll qualify. Yeah, game over, failed to qualify. So we'll put a poke in for infinite everything. But 1991, maybe they could have done a bit of sound. Maybe all the memory was used in animating the thing in the first place. Right, so putting in a poke here. So at least we'll see some of the other races, or the other tracks. And the main thing as a kid playing these is to see what colour the next one would be. So this is track 1. What did it say? Might be Leiden or Leiden. I don't know where that is in the UK. So it doesn't matter what position we come in now. But I don't need to pit stop, so I'm probably going to beat the others anyway. Right, position 4th. We need to come in the top 3, remember, as I go past this guy. The other competitors aren't weaving left to right. That happen in a lot of races. Not taking the racing line and deliberately getting in your way. So that's something. In Super Hang-On, the bikes did used to clip you from behind, affecting your speed. But that was just a series of checkpoints, that one. This is about positions. Enduro Racer, that was more like stunts. Again, going through checkpoints as well. So I think we have to do 3 laps. I'm in position 3 at the moment. So if I stay here to the end, then great. Look at the obstacles going past. They are always the same obstacle going over and over and over again. But the main thing this game has going for it really is the way it leans, although it does go very jagged when it does so, and the speed as well. Controls okay. I need to brake a bit more on the corners. Yes, I've gone too what's the name around there, too fast. The sky is always blue. Well, it is at least on this track. There's no clouds or anything, which is a bit of a shame. I would like a little bit of a horizon, but maybe it would have been just too much of a nightmare to program it when the track slants like that. Imagine you had buildings that had to draw to slant or grandstands. It would not have been able to do it at all. Codemasters were really getting in the groove at this point, not necessarily on the Spectrum. I think they really come to life on the PlayStation 1 when they started doing TOCA touring cars, but arguably they couldn't have come up with those unless they had the grounding of these earlier games initially. So for them, this is retro for Codemasters. Better things were to come. Though using a 48K Spectrum, I don't think you could have really asked for too much more out of the game than this one. As I say, this might be the first time you're seeing it, but if you did have it as a kid and played it a lot, see the track goes a bit blue up there, blending with the sky. But if you did have that, let me know. Did you complete it legitimately, or indeed is this the first time you're seeing it? I didn't know about it till very, very recently. It's playing a bit different to how I expected it to do. 750 cc's. 7 other riders, and we're in position 3. You never know. I don't think it gives you the names of those other riders. They're just random AI people. We're all the same colour bikes. You don't get different colours like Super Hang-On did. But I prefer Super Hang-On. I come third. I've qualified. And only come third because I didn't make any pit stops. Right, and now we go to Mallory Park. It's a 4-lap race. And it's yellow. Is Mallory Park in the desert? I don't think so. But it's a different colour and that's good to see. So 4 laps of this. Position 8. Same thing again. So pretty much, I'm enjoying it, but it's pretty samey. It doesn't have any atmosphere to the thing. We might just do this track and then call it a day, because I don't think I can show you too much more. You pretty much know already if you want to play it or not. And the idea of this channel is not being expert gameplay, which I prove over and over again. It's just to show you if you got it as a Christmas present or birthday present, or indeed bought it with your pocket money, would you have been pleased? Would there have been enough here for you to play it again? And I think, although I have cited that Super Hang-On and Enduro Racer are better, I wouldn't have been disappointed with this one. I would have played it quite a bit. There's a bit of fun to be had, but you need a child's memory to do your own sound effects. Here we go. Get your motor running. Step onto the highway. Looking for adventure. Or whatever comes my way. Even sound effects. Whoa, whoa, gotta make it happen. Making money out of nothing but something. I'm born to be wild. I'm a rebel without a clue. As we zip round here like there's nothing else to do. Excellent. Now, if you want to nominate me for Poet Laureate to the government or the royal family, then please do so. Write a letter saying, Nick, Poet Laureate. I think they get a wage, and I just think of stupid rhymes. What rhymes with Prince Andrew that's PC? I'm not sure. And we're still on lap 1 of this 4-lap super race, and I'm in position 3. So if I stay like this, look at this road holding as this bend goes on forever. So if I stay in this position, we're gonna do it. But the other racers might put in an inquiry as to why my bike's tyres never wore out, why the fuel never ran out, and why I took no damage. The graphic, one criticism, the graphic is quite stationary. At no point does it look like the back wheel's turning round. It's a static clip art graphic. It's just got lean left, lean right, and that's it. I would have liked maybe some pixels winking in and out on the back wheel. They could have done that, and it would have created an illusion that the bike's actually moving along. Does make it, once you start noticing that, does make it look a little bit artificial, as you'll be saying. It's a bit difficult me saying 8-bit is not looking like photorealism, but a kid only had comparisons of what was out there at the time. So, you know, if you compare that with some of the modern games, you know, it's not going to compare. But this was 1991, but having said that already, you look at Super Hang-On on the Mega Drive and stuff. Was that around in 91? I can't remember. Mallory Park is not a desert, it's not made of cheese, and it's not either side of a mustard field. It's just a different colour. So, what do you think the colour the next track's going to be? The first one was green, the second one was yellow. Probably white, isn't it? They might go for white. Hopefully they don't alternate it back to green again. So let's have a recap of the tracks. We got Liddon, which we did, Mallory Park, which I'm unfamiliar with, Asliden as well, or Leiden. Fruxton, I know about that because that was in Codemasters, Trocker Touring Cars. Silverstone, that was. Brands Hatch, that was as well. And Caudle Park, not sure how to pronounce that. I don't recall that one being there as well. A lot of these early tracks were converted airfields, wasn't they? From WW2 and 1. No, it must be 2. Hold on to the track. Oh, he's whizzed off again. Position 1. We're flying high. Right, keep going. That's always good advice when you're in a race. Time there looking at 0, so that's not an issue. Lap 2 of 4. You could try and learn the track, I suppose, for a bit of a extra skill. But I'm not. I'm just blasting around like a mad fool. No boost here like Super Hang On, but you don't need it. It's super biking. And look at the guy riding the bike. He's not moving an inch. He's one cool cucumber. He's one cool customer. It's good to see a racing game on the Spectrum. A little while ago I thought I'd covered them all, but turns out there's loads of other ones. Well, there you go. I might have known. There's thousands and thousands of games on the Spectrum, as indeed there are. Slightly less on the Amiga, but still a lot. So, you know, I am enjoying coming up to ones I haven't covered yet, and when you do nominate ones or recommend ones to play, I do look them up. Can't always do the text adventures because it's hard to get them in an interesting video, although I have been meaning to do The Secret Diary of Adrian Mole for a while because I had that as a kid. Never got any distance with that one, but you know, it was fun nevertheless, and I get a bit of nostalgia from it. I think the only other text adventure we did was The Hobbit, I think, on the ZX Spectrum. That was quite good. Have a look at that one, show it some love if you haven't already. Right, so lap 3 in first position. Oh, it's coming up to lap some people, I think. Here we go, you're going to get lapped. Oh, I finished. You come first. 10 points. Hurrah. There we go. So well done me. Next race is Fruxton, but we probably won't do that. Yeah, it's gone back to green again. So it looks like it goes green, yellow in Fruxton. So hope you liked having a look at that one as we let the field just race away and we give up completely on the championship. I quite liked it, but lacked a little bit of atmosphere with the sound, but well worth tracking down, I would say. Not a bad one, but better races and more fun races available. So that was 750cc Grand Prix on the ZX Spectrum, published by Codemasters in 1991. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. I love hearing from you. Until next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye.